Alright, here we go. Coming up live already. Nice. I will share this out and be right back to you, everyone. So just chill. Thank you for the thumbs down. So far. Alright, we're back. Okay, so while I had actually posted a video lauding this game's qualities, I had not finished yet. And I thought, since we were about to wrap this up, I've only got 3 turns left. I thought we might see if we can't play some of it together, and you can have a look at the game and see how it plays, and then make your own mind up whether it's something you like. So we're beginning turn 8, and I need to move the turn track marker doohickey, and we get a couple of new things. Admiral Hipper, he's not going to help very much. Can't really see that, but there you go. But I do get the Gross Deutschland returns. Here we go with the video with the focus stuff. There we go. So we're going to get that back. That goes into the bucket. The Hipper goes into the bucket, but he ain't going to help much anyway, because we're not really in that situation just yet. And 3BF, Third Belarus Front, a second chit for them. That's going to hurt. Let's see. So this turn, the 8th turn, trust me, I know how to play this game. I'm a professional. 8th turn, we're going to have 4 activations for the Germans, 4 for the 2nd Belarus Front, and 3 for the 3rd Belarus Front. And we are going to get 1 replacement for each side. And I'm just going to need to bring back a dead unit, because I'm hurting over here on the left flank. And is that a green guy? It is a green guy. And I'm going to bring him back over here. And he comes back reduced. Let's have a quick assessment of the situation, and I'll say hi to everybody, then we'll get started. 50th Army, 5th Guard tank, just kicking ass and coming up on the left flank. Miserable time there. It all came about because of a double activation here, and I think if you watched the videos, I told you that I'd had a couple of these HQs fairly close together, and then I had taken the independent armored units and kind of clustered them together within range of a couple of different HQs. And that allowed me to use those independent units multiple times in a turn, sometimes 3 or 4 times if I was lucky. So that really chipped away here at the defenses of the Germans. One thing I will say with this game is I think it's probably would be a nice little tweak to allow the Germans to pull a single chit of their choice and allow them to play that at any given point when it's their turn to pull a chit versus the way it currently works. So that's just my 2 cents. Okay, so this also reminds me more of the AVL, AVD system, a victory lost, a victory denied, a victory complete system in the way that it plays, but it's a little cleaner. I seem to be using that word a lot lately, but when I mean cleaner, by cleaner I mean there's the rules are more succinct and there's less verbiage and less ambiguity, so they're pretty tight. Anyway, let me say hi real quick. I see there's just 3 or 4 of you here. That's awesome. Don't care how many are here, but yo, Tony, what is up? And we got GT Pony Rider. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get after it and get started. We're going to pull the first chit out of the cup. And this, just so you can see, look, that's how many chits are in there. There's a bunch in there. So crazy things can happen. And by that I mean, you could get four German ones in a row, and this bodes poorly. We may not get to play a 9th turn. There's 5th Guard tank is coming on first up, 2nd Belarus Front. So the dudes in yellow for the Russian side. So, I didn't give the Russians a replacement, and I need to do that before I forget. Let me see. I think I had one here where I took taken a loss somewhere. Well, maybe. Oh, this flips too. Does that happen now or happens later? That happens later. Maybe I don't have a loss to take or to recover. I thought I did. Well, never mind. Well, if we see it, we'll fix it later. It's not, at this point, it's kind of moot. Whoops. Pardon me for the camera shake and move. And let me just get that there. All right. So, fifth. Oh, boy. This could end up being an ugly turn, but let's see what we can do. I can activate 2 independent units in command range, and I can also obviously activate all the yellow striped units. So I think I'm going to try and pick on this guy here, even though he has 8 factors. I'm going to, I do get to move, I'm going to use some air on this attack no matter what, and we'll use a +2. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's +2 to enter a zone of control. And we might as well just pile in here and get after it, right? These guys. Oh, that's a pity. Okay. These guys. Well, I can go zone to zone, so it's going to be 1 to there, and 2 to go in, that's 3, and 2 to leave, that's 5. So we'll do that. And we'll bring this dude into here. And there's one more. All right. Well, he'll come around, and he'll go half, 3.5, 4, 5.5, 6.5, 7, 8.5. I can't do it that way. Okay. 1 here, to like that. This will. it's. Oh, you know what might even be better. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's just do this. Let's just attack this guy, and I'll put air on that guy as well. All right. So let's resolve this combat first. 8 to 3 is 2 to 1. And we're going to get 2 column shifts because of the air, and you can't see anything. Let's get up and close and personal on this guy right there, so you can see what's going on. So 2 to 1, 4 to 1, because we're using the full capacity of the air. I need a die roller. Let's just use the little metal tray. The die roller is in the other room on the Aegean strike map. And I rolled a 5. That's going to be good. I said 4 to 1, didn't I? So it's a D1 R2, 1 step loss, and retreat 2. This goes over into the grounded box. We put him over on the right-hand side of the map, and I can advance after combat, which I will do. And that sets us up here to do this attack here. 8, 16, 24, 24, 28. I can't use this guy, which is unusual, right? You would think that if you're adjacent, you probably could. We'll put that down to the vagaries of Soviet command and control. What did I say? 8, 16, 24, 28, and I've got 8. No other defensive bonuses. 8, 16, 24. So it's going to be 4 to 1. I'm going to pop this air in here and make it 6 to 1. We really want to just blow this whole thing wide open. And I roll a 6. Didn't show the die last time, but there's the die. I said 6 to 1. That's a D3 R2. Nowhere to retreat. They're going to lose a step if they retreat into these zones of control, I believe. That's 4 steps gone. That's the 7th Panzer Division and the 18th Motorized. Adios, mofos. That was just savage. I will not advance after combat there, because I want to keep those guys all ready to go. I didn't move the HQ, probably should have, but bygones. So that's 1 activation for those guys, and you move this little activation tracker. I just keep track of it by looking at the stack of guys. So let's keep going. Oh, it's defensive 8, 8, 16, 24. I said 3 to 1, 5 to 1. Okay, thank you for catching that. 5 to 1 instead of 6 to 1. It's a D2. They're still going to lose steps trying to retreat, so it's still going to be 4 step losses. Jolly good. Well done. You only count 1 for units defense. I'm not sure what that means, Chuck. Hey, Chuck, how you doing, man? And there's Sean. Good to see you. And Tony's chipping in here. Good. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'm going to lose. I'll just double check that because I haven't had any guys really locked in on retreats where you lose a step. I believe it just says you cannot retreat through zones of control. Retreat in Renizok. Must not retreat in Renizok. Yada yada yada. Cost them 1 step. And there you go. So that's going to cost them. They're going to go through 2 zones of control. 1, 2. I guess they could do that. So let's see what that would have meant. 3 steps. I said 2 steps, right? D2, R2. An extra 1, so there's 1 unit left. It goes here. Good catch, guys. Thank you. Who knew? There we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Which number is here? Defense is the 2nd number. It's been so difficult, Chuck. Always so difficult. You're a rulesy guy. You must be an ASL player. All right, we're gonna pick one of the monsters out of here. Here we go. Look at all those guys in there. And it's the 28th. The battered 28th. Where are they? They're over here somewhere. 28th. Hello. I don't think there's any of them left. You know what? They arrive this turn, so they get to move. They're a brand new formation. It's a light green formation. I was looking at the 27th, which is right here. So these guys come on the board, and they're going to use rail, or will they use strategic movement? Let's see if we can zoom out a little bit for you so you can see more on the map. They're going to come in over here. Well, yep, we're going to strategic move down to here. 1, 2, 3. Talk about plugging the hole. And I really need to get a unit here, don't I? And we're not going to do it. Well, that's just a pisser. 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And I'll put this HQ here. That's just going to be ugly. All right, next shit. Now we've got more comments coming up. Hey, Sean. Standard size 1 mapper, yes it is. 22 by 34, correct. And just one sheet of counters. I think it says here how many counters there are somewhere. Well, maybe it doesn't. It's probably 120 counters. It feels like about that many. Okay, second Belarus front. So that can be any formation. I'm going to activate because I'm mean, activate the 5th Guards tank again and attach these 2 formations to it. I'm going to knock out that unit there first up. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. I'm just making sure that the terrain does not cost me any extra. No, it does not. And put this guy here. And then I think we go deep. I think we got to go deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to here, to here. Let's get this crossroads. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. And these guys will guard the flank a wee bit. Maybe we'll go here. And this time I will remember to move the HQ. 1, 2, 3 to here. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he'll still have everybody in range. A little bit risky having him out there by himself, but bygones. Right. This is a bunch to 1. It's going to be 7 to 1. The cities will just negate the first loss and the first retreat loss. The first retreat, I roll a 4 on a 7 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. D2, R2. He's going to be dead. Because it's only one step. And we will advance into that hex. Let's see. Next chip. So you can see it moves along pretty quickly, right? That's 2 activations for them, for the, I call it the left wing. Now we've got the 3BF, excuse me, 3rd Belarus front. And we're going to go over to that side of the map and have a look at it. I'm going to, while I move the camera for you, very slowly, try and get the glare out of your eyes. Take a quick happy snap with my other camera here. So I can write the AAR up later, and away we go. What did I say? 3rd Belarus front. Any formation will do. Well, there's a VP city right here. The Russians are going to have to get after it because they've only got... this is the 7th of 10 turns. Sorry, 8th of 10 turns. And I think the threat of pocketing. So let's try and move up here. So this would be 6th on the D here. It's not going to be a great attack, but it might be worthwhile. They can't move. This is the tricky thing with this infantry. It's very stilted movement. It would cost me 5 to get into that hex because it's 2 to leave. Actually 6 across the river, and then 2 to enter that zone of control. So he's stuck there for the moment. So that's probably not a good choice to try and activate because I can only get 8 factors on 6. It'd be 1 to 1. If I used air, it'd be 3 to 1. So that won't work. I've got my here over on this side of the armor is a little spread out. Let's see if we can do some headbutting. No, that's pretty tough. I'm struggling trying to find a decent formation to actually get going here. Here we go. Here's an attack right here. So we'll do this. We'll activate the 2nd guard, which is the orange dudes. I'm not going to make it though, am I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, okay, we're good. That's 4 into there, and 4 more into there. And then we'll bring the armor up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here's the HQ, and I need to find a 2nd independent armor unit that I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, he's out of range. Nope. There's a whole bunch of nope here. Ain't happening. This guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, he can't get there. He'll have to go to here. And then we'll move this guy to here. Okay, so all these dudes are attacking this dude. It's a defensive 3. Do the HQs count for 1? And HQ has not been attacked in this game. I think it goes for 1. And if it doesn't, I think that's not what we might do anyway. We'll give the Germans a break. HQ special rules, retreats, removals. Doesn't look like they count for anything. Yep. So it's just 3 here. Now, we're across a river, and these guys are across a fortress and a river. So a little river, minor river, is going to halve my strength, and the Festung line will... not everybody's coming from a Festung though, so I don't think we're going to get the Festung benefit necessarily. All right, so I got 8 and 8 is 16, 21 to 3. except that I'm halved, so that's 10 and a half, so it's 10 to 3. That's 3 to 1. Gonna roll the die. I'm gonna use some air, I think. I'm gonna pop some air on this bad boy. What did I say? 3 to 1? 5 to 1. And I roll 6. So 5 to 1 is 6. That's a D2R2. So that's gonna pop that guy, and he has to retreat. I think he goes off the board. That's what happens there with that guy. It's the first HQ we've lost. That's pretty deadly. Does the river do anything? One river do anything? Nope. Does not mitigate losses or retreats. So I will advance. Oh, my screensaver just kicked in. I can't see what's going on screen. All units exert Zox, except for, hey Devon, except for HQs. Next chip. And it's the 9th. The 9th, which is up here, the German 9th. Let's pop that guy up. Oh, by the way, thank you for the downvote. I appreciate that. That's much appreciated. Let's see the 9th. Holding a VP city, spread out, lonely, desperate, and looking for love in all the wrong places. So I'm going to pull back. So it's 2 to get out, plus 1 is 3 to there. 3 to there. Kimosabi, 3. And then I think we'll just go 1 off the road, 4 to there. And I'm going to move the HQ back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. 2, 3, 4. Well, this is kind of thin. No. He did not drop the chip cup. He did. You know, this is what happens when you try to do stuff live. All the crazy shit can go wrong. Okay. Let's make sure I have no chits stuck to me. And I shall attempt to pick them all up off the floor. Blast you. I think that's everybody. That's attrition right there. Okay, that's the 9th, not attacking. And that's the first activation, second activation for the Germans. And now we get 41st Panzer. This is the white guys. Not the right guys, the white guys. I used an air marker, didn't I? So I got to put this guy over there. And they are looking kind of lame as well. Where is the headquarters unit for that? Where did I just... Oh my gosh, I just lost that. That's right. Well, that's really going to suck, isn't it? None of those guys can move. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, next chip. 2SH. Second Shock Army is over here. So this is our chip pull so far. I'm going to go over to 2SH over here somewhere. I'll find them in a second. I think they're right there. And yeah, everyone activates. I don't think so. This game is not hard to play solitaire. I'm playing it solitaire now. So there's that. Okay. Second Shock Army. Alright, let's knock the crap out of these dudes here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. No zone of control now, I believe. 2, 3. Let me check that. Isolated units. It's always interesting. You play the game, read the rules, and then things pop up that you have not experienced before, and you're like, oh, I wonder how that works. Isolation, looks like they still have their zone of control, so that's a thing. I was thinking of another game, so we'll go around. 1, 2, 3 to there. And I am going to attack you there, I think. Because their defensive strength is going to be halved down to 1. I'm going to activate this unit, and I need one more independent if I can find it. I must have bumped the board when I got all excited about stuff. I'll activate these. I can't do both. I will activate this one. He's going to go 2, 4 to there. Because out of supply will not halve their strength, but it will halve their attack and their movement. Sorry, it will halve their attack. These guys attack. So we're going to take a little bit of a risk. I will use 3 to 1. Well, I use an air on that. It doesn't seem really worth it. Let's save it in case we get something exciting happening later. That's going to be the 3rd activation for these guys. So I'm going to save it for the last one. Maybe we'll get something exciting. So let's do 3 to 1 on this guy. It's a raw 3 to 1. I rolled a 2. There's no terrain there, correct? Right. So that's a 2 on a 3 to 1 is an A1DR for these guys. So that's a bit of a A1DR. Yeah. So I lose 1, and these guys have to retreat. They're going to lose a step 1, 1, 2, or 1, 2. It's kind of a wonky retreat, but that's how it works. Now these guys, 4, 7, and these guys will make that 15 to 2 to 1. So I don't think we'll need air for that. Table only goes up to 7. They're all dead, so that's all dead. Okay, we are cleaning house here, it would appear. And keep in mind, this is the accumulation of 7 turns of highly attritional warfare going on. And this is going to be the last activation for the 2nd Belarus front. It's the 49th, which sadly really can't do too much because they're all the way down here. But we'll get after it. And we'll attack this formation here that's out of supply. And I'm going to move the leader, the HQ 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. And, oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Before I do that, here's an independent unit here. I'm going to move that guy. I'm going to take a little chance here, and I'm going to shush him up to there. Now I'm going to move this leader 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll attack 4, 8, 12 to 3 here. So that'll be 4 to 1 in the woods. I think we'll just run with that. 4 to 1 in the woods. I've rolled a lot of 6s. I like this die. It's a 6. 4 to 1 in the woods. It's going to be a D1 R2. So he's going to take a step loss. He's got to retreat 2. He can get to here. But he's already taken a step loss. That's going to be a 2nd step loss. So he's out and done. So that is another dead unit. I will advance this unit to here. All right. Checking out the comments. We're going to pull another chip. And looks like someone's having some sort of abanda. That sounds like a Scottish drink. Okay, so now I pulled another chit for the 2nd Belarus front. We're at our maximum of 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just put him down like this, and we just bring the next guy out, and it's 3 BF. So now the 5th over here is going to get to activate. Let me find him. He's in the backfield, unfortunately, so nothing exciting shall happen there unless we can get after it with these guys here. And I don't think we can. That's a defensive 8. But let's push up. 1 to there. That's as far as I can go. I can get this armored unit in here, and we'll have to be content with that. Next chit. Okay, third Belarus front, a barrage. I just don't do the barrage because it's kind of pointless. It really doesn't. It might give you a retreat, but it really doesn't do a whole lot. I have not seen it be very effective. Third BF again. So that counts as an activation though. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the last one. The 43rd, the black 43rd gets to activate. Where are they? All the way up north here. All right, I must have activated these guys. Oh, no, I didn't. I see. All right, let's go on to Konigsberg, right? It's right here. I'm going to take this down. All right. Yes. 1, 2. Can't make it. Can't get into the hex. Into the zone of control. 1, 2. That's 1 to leave and 2 to 1 to enter and 2 to leave. That's 3, 4 to there, and we'll go 1, 2, 3 to here. Okay. Let's see. 3BF. That's going to be the last one, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that was. We screwed up. 3BF only gets 3 activations. All right, let's put these guys back where they were. I think this dude was here. They only get 3 activations this turn. My bad. Well, at least we caught it. So that means now it's we get 1 more German activation. So I'm going to just keep pulling chits until we get a German one. And it's the 6th, which is all the way back here. Now, the interesting thing about the 6th is they have special rules. They have to stay within command range, and they have to not really kind of leave this area, right? Until 2 VP locations have been lost. And me being the sucker that I am, or the jerk that I am, I've only taken 1 VP location, yet I'm blowing through stuff up on this left flank. And it's a bit of a gamey thing, but I'm forcing these 2 divisions here to stay in their locus where they are, right? So we're going to just kind of move up into 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And I'll move these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start pulling back 1, 2, 3, 4 a little bit to defend this city. 1, 2, 3. Now, one of the things I did not do that I could have put down this turn was Volkssturm units. I only have 1 or 2, and they are already deployed in places where I want them. So there you go. All right, so that's a turn. That was the last activation for the turn, and that took 33 minutes, including me dropping all the chits on the floor. So you can see this plays quite quickly. Plus or minus a mistake here or there, but it just gives you a feel for it. I actually need to take a little bio break, and that means I'm going to need to pause the effort here. So I will leave it with you here. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to catching up with you soon. I may jump back online in a little while and do turn 9 or 10, and we'll see how we go. Ciao.